Apologies, guys. If you're just joining me for the first time, I'm having a little bit of technical meltdown. There's something's not working properly behind the scene. So I'm not sure. That's why we're a little bit late behind. But I'm gonna do my best, absolute best, to make sure I give you my best to help you answer most of your questions. Now, if this is the first time that you're joining us, there will be a chat bubble at the bottom of the Zoom live. If you're in the Zoom call, you can use the chat. If you are on YouTube,
Apologies, guys. If you're just joining me for the
if you're on YouTube, you can use the chat. It's live on YouTube. And yeah, I guess that's it. So no hard feelings. No, I always tell you, look at me. I'm not a guru. I don't have any Ferrari and all that stuff. But I happen to understand how to make money online. And so I am building. Oh, sorry? Where did she go? She must have gone out with Victoria outside. Sorry, guys. I got kids, if you probably know me by now. Yeah, so I want to make sure that I give you my absolute best. I found a training that is helping people transform their lives, learn how to make sales online. So if you are in the space in your life, you're currently working and you're looking for a way to make a transition to the digital economy, you're looking for a genuine training to help you, I'm here to tell you something. It works. I'm a living proof that online business works, but it takes work. It's I know some people preach to you and tell you you got to click a few buttons and all that, and you tend to sign up to different online programs expecting to click a few buttons, and you click a few. It's not You're not making headway to where you're gonna go. You don't understand it, and you give up. Most people give up. Um, I'm here to tell you something. There has never been any time in this world that currently that we are in. I am about that. There's so much opportunity to change. It's a lot easier to do things. If you don't know a little bit of my background, I came to the UK in 2010 and I started this. I had big dreams. Like most people that immigrants, they have big dreams. You gotta make things happen for your life, to create wealth. And what you don't see is what you don't know. So like most people, I got roped into the trading for time, money, life for money stuff. So I started working. I was earning good money. Money wasn't the issue, but I found out I did not have any social life, because every time I earned, my problems met my income, and all I wanted was to earn more. And that just kept happening. And I realized there's a limit to the amount of hours you can work in a day. If not, I developed high blood pressure in the process as a young man. And technically, this is not about me. All I'm doing here is to I went through I went through a period in my life. My first marriage broke. The second one heading towards the same part of separation. And I started asking myself, what is the problem? Is it that I can't keep a relationship, or is there something wrong with me? And like most people, if you don't pay very good attention to your life, you make that same mistake. So I encourage you to. The reason I started online business, there are different ways to make money online: affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and cryptocurrencies, trading forex, all this amazing stuff. They all work, but it's a long-term game. So the reason why you need to start a business online, I'm not telling you why you need it. You probably know you need it, or you want to earn additional income to support yourself. If you don't want to rely on a paycheck, um, if you stop working now, how do you feed your family? You need systems and tools. You need to learn how to sell products online. So even if you fall ill, at least you have some income coming in to take care of your bills. That is the goal. Another thing is for you to um, create more time. leverage systems and tools and technology so that you can create more time. Because if you're working for somebody for the rest of your life, 20, 30 years, you are trading your time. That is technically a little bit tired. Technically, your life for that job. So what I want you to understand is very simple. It is easier. I wouldn't say it's easier. It's much more fulfilling doing something that is meaningful to you. If you ask yourself genuinely what you do to earn income, what you're spending the most of your life, is it meaningful to you? If you don't understand it, don't wait till you hit rock bottom or till you lose your job before you start taking this online venture, because it's popping out every here and there. It's like a wake up call trying to get you into it. You need to jump on the boat. Most people think the online space is saturated. I can tell you now, it's only like less than 1% people that actually succeeding online. So you have to understand the market is large. It's absolutely huge. So without any high powered, it doesn't take any high powered spacecraft ideas for you to literally succeed online. I'm going to go down today. I'm going to walk you through the 4 phases of change if you're looking to make any transition in your life. Now, this training I'm going to share with you before I go into a few questions I got. Like most people, let me say this, like most people, you expected me to show you how to find products online. You expecting me to tell you how much it's going to cost before you get started. You're expecting me to tell you all these things. All these questions are important. You can Google them and get the answer. Any question that you have right now inside of you, you can Google it on YouTube or Facebook. You will get the answer. Google how to start an e-commerce business. How much does it cost to start an people? You will see thousands. Google will give you thousands. Now, what is the problem? Why haven't you started? That is the going question. If all the answers are there, what is holding you back? It's fear, overwhelm, too much information. So, what I want you to understand is if somebody takes his time and go into this information overload and find a linear path, straight path, step by step, for you to walk through to start your own online business, will you pay that person? How much is that training worth for you? I can tell you today, that is the reason you have so many people that have online courses and all that stuff, because they took their time go into that overwhelm that you are afraid of going into. Now create a linear path so that to reduce the hurdle for you. Now, does that constitute success? Yes, but what is the other challenge? Why is that many people struggle to get started online? It's mindset, the way we are programmed. So I'm going to walk you through 4 phases of change. I didn't actually prepare to do this properly because I've been engrossed in so many things that as you probably know, I have 2 businesses online. So the first one is I'm going to walk you through 4 phases of change and see if I can help you break down a few barriers so that we can get going. So again, I'm going to share my screen. Disclaimer, I should have done this earlier on. Take the time to read. Every information I'm going to give you is absolutely 100% genuine. So as a business owner, as an entrepreneur yourself, you take responsibility for your actions. So am I. And that's what makes us entrepreneurs. We don't blame people for our mistakes. Right. So where is that training? My Computer has just decided to up. What's it trying to do? Updates now. You can imagine. That would be absolutely chaos. Okay. Right. Okay. Um. Actually, what I'm looking for is not here. So what? Yeah. So what I want to share with you today is basically 4 phases of change. But before we go into the 4 phases of change, I want to share with you what I call goal setting, because I can. Let me share with you what I mean by that. So it's not like I am. Yeah. Goal setting, because this is where most people struggle to sit down and plan. It's not about starting a business online, it's about planning. Most people don't take the time to sit down and plan. Now, this is the hardest bit when it comes to succeeding online. It's about understanding the phases that you need to go through. First phase is you need to have a goal. Take, for instance, you are trying to drive from London to Manchester and you don't have a map. There is no sign on the road. There's no compass. How are you supposed to get there? You're gonna keep going around in circles until you actually burn out of fuel and you never get there. But what goal does for us is to align our decisions in a very linear path so that we can actually start walking down the road. So again, look at me. This is not high. I am just a normal guy. My name is Pascal Wanaji. I'm an Igbo guy, Nigerian. I started this whole online thing in 2017. All I'm doing now is to help as many people. Let me show you my face so that you know how serious I am. As many Nigerians, Africans as possible that came all over to this country and are struggling and they are not fulfilled. They are working long hours, waking up odd hours, doing things. They spend months and months only to get 28 days. They travel back home. They can't relax in their holiday. They are back in the holiday, back in Africa, anywhere they are in the world, and they're thinking about the bills they have to pay. They have to come back to work. If you're on that road, there is a change. There is way out. You have to decide. I'm not going to force you to do it. Don't wait until it hits on your head and you know that you need to change. I'm not going to beat around the bush on this webinar. I'm just going to go straight to the point. Don't wait. Don't pretend that you know it all. I'm still a learner myself. So if you're on that road, I'm here to help you. Learn how to sell products online so that you can actually start creating income for yourself and your family and create that change that you want. So I'm going to show you my product in Amazon so that you know. I'm going to share my screen so that you know, probably, you know, I don't hide anything I do. So this, like I tell you, I like, this is my product in Amazon. It's an exercise resistant band. It's doing pretty well, as you can see, and it's sold by Monagy Group, which is my company name. Where is that? Sold by Monagy Group. all right, which is my company name, officially registered in the UK. I started this this particular product in during lockdown, and here is life in Amazon selling. As you can see, it's a brand new product. I only got 4 reviews, 5-star, 4 reviews. So I encourage you, if you want to sell something similar like this, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to be willing to set it as a goal that this is what I am going to achieve this year. Now, as I'm speaking to you right now, this product, people are clicking and buying it. I am not physically there. Amazon is doing the fulfillment and all that stuff. If you're interested, feel free to patronize my product. I'll be happy. I give out free trainings every week, every month. So I'm preparing the one for this month, which I'll post it in the private Facebook group where we do exercise. I'll share the screen for that right now. So whilst I'm talking about it, so that's it here. So every day you post your workouts, everybody. So this one was for last month. We're all doing, you can see the exercise here. And so today is day 30, burpees, and so this is the last one for the day, for the month. So I'm gonna add and have a couple of days rest and start start the one for next month, because I am following a very, let me say it again, a very simple basic principle. See, if you want to sell products like this, you need a proper training, support system. See, this is the data. This is the back office in Amazon. For those of you that are doing Seller Central, this is what it looks like. Yeah, so for those of you that want to sell products like this in Amazon, you want your product live like this in Amazon. If you want to get this product direct, check it. Just type exercise, XRSYZE. Just type this word in amazon.co.uk. This product should come up live. Purchase it and leave me a review. Don't forget to leave me a review. Now, let's go into today's presentation. For you to have a product in Amazon, it doesn't matter whether it's affiliate marketing, you want to sell other people's products, you want to launch a course of your own, you must have a goal. You must set it as a goal that is something that you're going to achieve at a certain time, between a certain time. You just set yourself a year or 6 months or 3 months target. Then you break those goals down to smaller goals. Because I follow a very basic principle, and it's like the oldest principle in this world, as old as the Bible. Now, the first thing is we're going to understand how we're going to put that product there in Amazon. Nothing has ever been created in this world that did not come from the mind. And if you're going to change your life, if you're serious about changing your life, you will need to know how the mind works. I'm going to go into it in this webinar. You need to know how the mind works. So first thing you need to understand is these 2 things in front of you. That's the foundation of everything you're going to do. You will become what you think about. Elle Nightingale. It's called The Strangest Secret in the World. You will become what you think about. The first time I heard this, I said it's the secret. Secret is in your own thoughts. If I ask you now, where will you be tomorrow? You'll probably know. Maybe you'll be at work. You don't need to think about it. It's embedded in the mind. We'll come into that. Now, when I first saw that, the first thing that came to me was I started thinking about the future, So I need to change my thoughts now to create the future that I want. That was the mistake many people make. What got me going, what got this product in Amazon, because one thing, I looked at where I was and I accepted. I looked back, I said, so today is a result of my thinking in the past. Remember what I said to you? I had a failed marriage. I wasn't spending time with my children. I was working long hours, doing jobs that I didn't like. I was not a father. I was a nagging man. Would I say nagging man? I was a father, but I was not a good father to my children because I was always shouting, yelling, and all that stuff. So this is something I had to accept that I created it. It was very difficult to accept. That is where most people fail. But you have to, the truth is, I created all those things from my thoughts. But the problem was it was unconscious. I did not understand how the mind worked. So when I got into this online training, they started teaching me how the mind works. Remember, I told you I was in a about to fail marriage. They started teaching me how to sell products. Don't get me wrong, how to sell products. How does the mind and online business, all these things work, combine together? How does it tangle? I started looking at everything differently. So if my wife is screaming back at me, it's probably a thought I have about her that's making me see that. I'm like, this is interesting. Life is a game if you know how to play it. I'm gonna have to, it's a game if you know how to play it. I decided to do what the strangest secret said. He said, I guarantee you, if you do it, you will find a magnificent life many people are looking for. I'm going to share that with you in this webinar. I don't have anything to hide. All I want is for you to change. What did he say we should do? He said, before we do anything, we must understand what is success. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let me break this down because it's very simple, but most people will miss it. Success is, boom, I'm trying to highlight. Success is this. Let me see if I can underline it so that you get the points underlined. There you go. Let me see if I can change the text color to something that, no, not blue. It got blue, red. Yeah. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let me break this down. Most people think that this is success here. Let me use green. No, that green is a little bit dark. Many people think success is the ideal. It's the mansion. It's the Ferrari. It's the $100,000 in your bank account. It's the product that you're selling on Amazon. That is not success. Let me say that it's very simple. You miss it. Let me share my screen again so that you can understand what, because I really want to hone this in. Success is the progressive. That is, success is the moving. Success is not stationary. That is one point you need to understand. Let me explain that. Let's say you set a goal. Remember, you need to have a goal. That's important. To make your first $1,000 online this year. This month, next month. It doesn't matter. It's a goal. One thing is certain, you will achieve it if you are serious. But you will realize that goal is not a success. You can't set, after you achieve that one, your next goal is not to make another 1,000. Your next goal will be to do what? Let me see if I can make 2,000. The target, the goal has shifted. You make the 2,000. Let me see if I can do 4,000. You make the 4,000. The target keeps shifting. You make 1 million, it will shift. You make 10 million, it will shift. You make 100 million, it will shift. Make no mistake about that. Now, what is the problem? This is what you want. You see, that journey through that is progressive. The day-to-day activities that you're doing to make that hit now 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, it's what is success. How happy are you? Are you grateful to wake up that morning? Do you pray and thank your God every day? What is your habits like every single day that you're waking up to work towards that goal? If you're in a job now, do you wake up excited to go to that work? Because I can tell you, you're thinking about it. You will get the job. I can guarantee if you lose your job, automatic. You're gonna apply for another job. You keep thinking of applying for another job. You take the action, apply. You will get an interview. You go to sit there, you will get a job. It's 100% guaranteed. But you know one thing, that job is never gonna give you the type of financial freedom you want. You probably know that. So here is the point. Jobs are good, but it's a stepping stone to the next level. You shouldn't be in a job more than 5 years, in my recommendation, from what I understand. If you're in any particular job for more than 5 years, if you have outgrown it, you should move. You're no longer progressing. You're now called a situation where it's called comfortable or stagnant. And you're not really stagnant, you're diminishing because you're not upgrading your skills. Over time, you will see youngsters will come and they'll kick you out of the company. So you have to be stretching. That's how God designed you. You have to be stretching, moving up higher and higher consistently. And it requires, let's go into the next slides. Now we know the secret is going to come from our thoughts. We know success is we got to start today, eliminate procrastination, start moving towards a target. Like I said, there has never been any better time in the world today to invest in yourself. This is something we are not trained to do. Once you come out of school, daddy and mommy paid for it for you all through your school. When somebody tells you need to invest in this program or training for them to teach you how to get to the next level, you probably don't want to do it. You're waiting for daddy and mommy to come and do it for you. Daddy and mommy is no longer there to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So this is where most people get stalled. They don't invest in themselves. And they wonder why they are not moving forward. I have never regretted all the thousands and thousands I invested in myself. I am very absolutely confident that is the way forward for my children. And that's why I'm training my children to now to like learn how to spend, invest in themselves, read books, tell stories, do certain small activities, because it's something that if you carry it from a young age, it's easier for you to do when you're older. But if you're not taught this sort of thing and when you're young, it's hard. The next step is know thyself. So we're going to find out why people don't follow through when they set goals, going through the 4 phases of life: unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence. So you got to know that we set types of goals, and these types of goals, there are some goals like, let's say for instance now, you lose your job I don't pray that for anybody, but that's the quickest one example that came to my head. If you lose your job now, what are you gonna do? Automatically, you set a goal to get another job so that you can take care of your bills. It's automatic. But you set the goal. What do you do next? You apply for a job. You keep applying. You open your laptop. If you've not opened, you keep opening. You keep searching. You keep asking people, friends, is there anybody hiring? You're doing this. You're in action mode because you really want some income coming in. That is how people react. But they wait. Remember, they waited so that they get fired before they spring into action. And what happens? This is an A type of goal. You already know what the outcome is going to be. After 2, 3 years, you're going to get bored of that job. Either you get fired or they kick you out. You can't make that transition. You can't move. That's an A type of goal. So at the end of this webinar, you're going to learn how many people achieve little things in life and never really know the way forward. Like I tell you, I'm in this journey of entrepreneur myself. So I keep growing.
It's 19 hours.
I started with nothing. Now I've gone past 6 figures. So we're we're building. It's not an easy task, but it's worth it. I don't have any boss. I'm basically an entrepreneur. You wake up very early, you work. Solopreneur, I will call myself solopreneur. My goal is to create time and financial freedom in the next 10 years, whereby I don't have to work for anybody. Not I will work for myself, basically. I don't have to work for anybody, and money will keep coming in even if I'm not there. It's basically a generational wealth thing. There's no better opportunity than to do it in the digital world. Is create multiple income streams online. And through models of affiliate marketing and e-commerce, that's my goal. And trading. But trading for later, I'll stick with this too for now until I start get to some certain results. That's my goal. I'm telling you, it's a 10-year strategy. It's paying off gradually, so there's no rush. We're gonna make it. So that's how I want you to enter the journey. Don't wait till your boss fires you or anything before you make change. So I'm gonna give you access to the same training that got me started. If you are interested, I can see some people are popping in some questions. Basically the same training. What I'm gonna share with you is it works with all areas of life. It's not just about online business. Remember, the reason many people are not living the way they want to live is they focus heavily on money. And when they realize they're not getting the money, they quit. Types of goal. A-type goal, something you know how to do. I've already talked about it. It's you lose your job. B-type goal, something you know if you save some money and to buy a house, that's sort of a goal. You start squeezing out of your salary, putting money away so that you can buy a house. So you save for like 10 years, you get on the property ladder, then you work for the rest of your life to pay off that mortgage. That's an A-type, B-type goal. You don't want to do that. Let me say that to you here. Real people rent the place they live. Many investors and real estate people, they rent the place they live. They buy the place that makes them money. Let me say that again. You rent your own current house that you're living, you pay a landlord. Then you go and buy properties, like 10 units, 8 units, 30 units, that brings you money in. I'm not a real estate, but that's the strategy. If you're buying one house, you're struggling. I'm in business. I know what I'm talking about. So you need multi-family homes. So we're gonna go for C-type goal. Something you don't. It's a dream. This is the one God's wanted to use your imagination to get. Why is it that people don't follow their dreams? Why is it that average people don't go after what they want? Why is it that smart people will pray to God for many times with their family and opportunity will come to them to start an online business? They come up with excuses only to go back and continue praying to God for help. Why do we behave like that? Many people have been praying for God. They want more time, more time. I can tell you. The pandemic came. Everybody now stay at home. There's more time. It was 1 year, 1 full year of lockdown. What did you do in that 1 year? It's a very serious question. Did you start the online business last year? Why? Why haven't you started? Are you trying to get rich overnight? What sort of excuses did you give yourself? I don't have the skills. I don't have the money. I don't know the tech. I don't have any technical knowledge. I don't have any previous experience in digital marketing. What excuse did you give yourself? Now you're going back to God to pray for what again? Time. When He has already given it to you. We want to find out what's happening to us. This webinar is not like the ordinary webinar that you normally see. Probably you're wondering, where is this going to? You don't understand the word called belief. If you actually Google this word, belief, it means happy. It means be happy. Remember what I said about this? Success is the progressive. Success is the belief of realizing it, being happy and realizing a worthy ideal. So what I want, let's take this down rapidly now, very fast. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Proverbs 28:23-7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Remember the stranger's sickness. He said, you will become what you think about. What are you thinking about this whole presentation right now? Remember, I'm only here to give, but it's your mind that will make the decision. Are you saying this makes sense? Or are you just trying to say the end? Or are you following along? If you can't control the mind, it will control other things around you, will control you. What we're doing here is taking control of our life, not just the mind, our life. And our mind, like I said, is the navigational tool of your life. If you don't know how to set a goal and position your mind, lock it to a target, other people will put their own goal and put your mind. You use your own, the same mind, and help them to achieve their targets. This is what God wants you to do. Now, to control the mind, you have to understand what influences it. If you see something, smell something, touch something, taste something, hear something, these are your 5 senses. This is what will cause you to think. If I show you a picture, that picture will cause you to think. Let me show you what I mean by that. This picture is in Amazon. It's my product. It's causing you to do what? Think of buying a resistant band. It's that simple. Then this text here, reading to buy a resistant band to affirm what is there. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. So whatever is happening here is happening on the conscious level. You're highly aware of it, but that's not where the magic happens. The magic happens in the subconscious mind. This is the part of the mind you want to take control of. You want to know how to change. This is the part that controls your behavior. But we're going to go into the sixth sense right now. Imagination. For you to be able to set a goal, you have to visualize it in your mind. You hear about this visualization. All right? That's the first thing. It has to come through your imagination. This phone is iPhone, I don't know which one it is, iPhone 11, I think 12. So which one is it? It was an imagination in somebody else's mind before. They went and brought a team of people to make it. This drawer here is wood. It was tree in the forest, in the bush. Was before somebody imagined something in pictures in his mind, went to get a machine and all that to cut the tree, the wood, and paint it and make it into this bookshelf. It starts here. You have that same power. The next one is perception. This is the one that you need to pay attention with. There's up, there's down. There's left, there's right. There's in, there's out. There's hot, there's cold. It's perception. Now this is what's gonna change your life. Wherever you focus will expand. Let me say that again. In this perception thing, it's only two. It's only two. Wherever you focus will expand. Let me say that again. Remember what I said, you will become what you think about. There is only two types of thoughts. Positive and negative. All right? Negative and positive thought is only two. It is not complicated. So it's not complicated. Before we get to this slide. So perception is your ability to focus on one that's going to help you reach your goal. Intuition, that hunch, that feeling that you get prompts you to take action. You're going down the street, you have a product online or anything, that intuition, you're building a YouTube channel to grow your product, you got the intuition to shoot a video straight away on a topic because you're thinking about that goal. You always, if you walk into a store, you might be thinking of ways to market your product, you might see opportunities, you get the intuition, I can do this, I can do this. Your responsibility when you get that intuition. You might be in the bathroom. How many times have you been bathing and you have a brilliant idea? You might be cycling, you might be doing exercise, you might be doing something. You have an idea to do something. Most of us throw away the idea. I'm going to teach you something. Carry a pen. As an entrepreneur, we always have a bag and pen is inside. Our responsibility is to first take that intuition, that idea, and from the imagination, because it will come to you through imagination or thoughts, bring it down, write it down, it becomes words. In the beginning was the word. Try and describe the intuition. I'm going to publish a video on this topic, or I'm going to build a website on this idea or this color, anything. Write it down. The last bit is to take action on that thing that you wrote. That builds self-confidence. The next one is will. Will is your ability to focus on one thing, one objective, until that task is completed. How many times have you tried to start a business online or do something on internet? You see yourself trying to learn something, you end up watching motivational or cat jumping or dog training video on YouTube. The willpower is not there. You need will to stop watching TV distractions. My wife is like this, my brother is like this, my husband, my children, I don't have time. All these excuses. If you don't have the will, any little thing will sway you off. Reason. You've had experiences in the past. You reason. Think. Sit down sometimes in your quiet mode and think about your life. Come up with a plan. You've noted some things that are working, do them more. Use your reasoning faculty. That is. Then the last one is memory. You know what is working? Do it again. Memory. We all have memory. We can memorize anything. This presentation that I'm doing now, I've read the books and books. That's why I've memorized a few things. It's through repetition. And that's how the mind is changed. If you remember, it's through repetition. You can't avoid that path. That's the learning first. Now, this is how every human being on earth operates. Let's condense this. An idea is keep coming into your life. You need to start a business to sell makeup products, to sell handbags, to sell digital courses, anything. The idea keeps coming. It doesn't stop. You can't stop yourself from thinking. Remember the two polarities. It's either going to be a positive idea or a negative idea. It enters your conscious mind, the subconscious, through repetition. Look at this part of the mind as like a soil. Through repetition, it's planted here. Then that causes you to have a feeling. If the idea is a positive idea, you feel good. If it's a negative idea, you feel bad. It's all simple. It's not rocket science to understand this. If they told you there's an accident that happened on M25, it's a negative idea automatically. You're not going to smile. You're going to frown. You're going to first, who was involved? All of you start. It's a negative idea. That causes you to have a reaction. A negative, you're not going to say, yay. That's not your reaction to a negative idea. You're going to shrink in. Same thing with positive idea. You made your first sale online after 2 months or 3 months of starting. You build everything up. You've launched the product. You started sales have started coming in. I'm excited. It's a positive idea because you're building wealth. That gives you the feeling. The feeling causes you to take an action. And the action is keep changing your outcome, your life. This is what everybody's looking to change. Now, let's dive deep a little bit into this. Now, look at this part of your mind like a soil. When you're setting a goal, you need to understand that the perception in life is always where there is negative, there is positive. If you say, I don't know how to start a business online, I don't know. See the path you're on. Ignorance leads to fear. You're probably afraid that you lose money if you don't know. Fear leads to doubt. You start doubting everything. Doubt leads to worry. Worry leads to disease, disintegration, depression. Your life is not getting any better. You know it. Nobody needs to tell you. This is the path of ignorance, of negative thoughts. So the moment you entertain any negative thought, whether it's food, health, anything, social, it's taking you down this path. If you stay around negative people, they will make you depressed. You probably know it. On the other side of the coin is positive. The first way to get a positive mindset is through hanging around, studying, which is exactly what you're doing here. You're studying to know yourself. It leads to understanding. If you pay very good attention, watch this webinar a couple of times, your mind will unfold. It's like onion. What I'm touching here is, if this is your first time, it will be like scratch the surface. It will unfold. Your understanding, it leads to faith. Faith is what is required to build the dream. Remember the three goals. Without faith, you can't build a dream. You don't need faith to do this one. You don't need faith to get another job. You don't need faith to save money to buy a house. You don't need faith to do that. But to build a dream, you need faith. Faith is the ability to call upon something that is not as though they were. You go into your future self mentally. There's a meditation we call future self. You take your mind into your future, 10 years, 5 years from now, and start living from there backwards. Start making a decision as if you're already there. Within a matter of time, just like you plant any seed in the soil, it will automatically grow. It will automatically show in the action. So with time, with that faith as small as a mustard seed will move a mountain. You keep building on your faith. With time, you will eventually grow. Faith leads to confidence, which is well-being, at ease. You're relaxed. You're not under pressure. You don't want to get rich overnight because you know it doesn't exist. You're taking the time every day, posting your videos, attending the webinars, doing your training, because you know if you keep doing this thing, launching your products, you know with faith, there's no way it's not going to grow. It's just natural expression. You have that confidence. So this is the process of creation. You need to understand that you're trying to create a new life from the old life, right? Process of creation is, you have to have a vision. You got to have a theory, which you write it down, make it plain. Then you got to go to work. You can't escape any of these three steps. This is how God created this world. You are created in God's image, and that's how He created you. I call these the 2 Ds. You got to make a decision. You got to be disciplined. Successful people make decisions quickly, as long as all the facts are available there and firmly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly. They change them often. I got this from Napoleon Hill, 17 Principles of Achievement. Do you want to know why you haven't changed your life? Because you can't make that decision quickly. You haven't built a dream. The dream is you're not hungry. You don't have the desire to change your life. Wait until the boss fires you. Wait until income stops coming in. Instantly, desire gets kicked in. So I encourage you, don't allow for yourself to get to that stage before you make that decision. Because it's an inevitable. You're already building somebody else's dream. How about building yours? Discipline is one key element that nobody likes to talk about because we are all victims of habits. But through repetition, we can create discipline. We can start working towards. It's the ability to give yourself a command and follow it. Rain, sun, no excuse. The reason you haven't lost the weight is because you haven't made it. You're not disciplined enough. You haven't made a decision and discipline yourself enough to create the kind of health you want. Don't wait for the doctor to tell you that you have high blood pressure. You will see these 2 things will kick in automatically. We always wait for things to happen to us. There's something my dad used to tell me. He said, there's a sheep that has 5 kids. The mother sheep asked the 5 kids, how many times will something happen to you before you can learn something from it? The eldest one said 5 times. The second to the eldest said 20. The third one said 3 times. The Fourth one said once. He's only going to let it happen to him once before he will make any changes. And the last one said he's not going to let it happen to him at all. He will learn from other people's mistake. That's how my father used to tell me that. I never really understood it until I was a big man. So find where you belong in that ship. To create the life you want, you must obey God's law. Do's. These are the things that you must do. Love your neighbor as yourself. You have to understand, when I say love your neighbor as yourself, you have to understand that you're not going into business not for yourself. You're going into business to solve people's problems. So the money you put in, the training, the education that you're gathering all this education, you're investing all this money in yourself to solve people's problems. Once you solve their problems, they will exchange the solution with their money. Get that right. It's not the other way around. It's not, they won't give you the money before you solve their problems. You have to solve the problem. They will throw money at you. El Nightingale said that is a secret. We have the law upside down. All right. So get that part right. Make sure you get that part right. Ask for help. Matthew 7:7. This is the one that most people don't do. They think they know it all. I'm still asking for help as I am today. I've learned to be humble, because it's to ask for help, you got to be humble. And most people their ego is in the way and it blocks them. It's obvious. I don't need to go deep into it. You know yourself. I don't need to preach to you morals. But if you find yourself, you're not asking, you're struggling financially, and you're not asking for help, your ego is in the way. Because you think you're better than that person that is going to help you. That's why you don't want to go stoop low and ask for help. And that's why you're struggling. So you gotta calm down. It's James 4:10. If you're humble, I will lift you up. There are some things that you don't know. That's why you're struggling. There's some people who have overcome that. Like for me now, I understand why it make people there's a lady I was training. You see, there's nothing gives me joy like when somebody calls me and tells me, Pascal, I made my first sale today. I made my second, I've made 2 sales today. Nothing gives me joy more than that. I take people when people speak to me and say, Pascal, I don't have any skills. I don't have any technique. I don't know how much it's gonna cost me. My sister, my brother, forget all these your problems. I don't. I have one question for you. Do you want to learn how to sell products online? Said yes. Are you humble to learn? Say yes. Follow me. I will be showing you step by step. Every Saturday, tell me what you have done. I'll give you assignments. Monday, Saturday, show me what you've done. I will not chase you down. No. If you don't show up on Saturday, I will not even call you. My mentor doesn't chase me around. Because it's my life. I have to take it serious. So I show up for training. They see me. They see me in action. And that's why every time I go to them for help, they're always happy to help me, because they know I will implement whatever they tell me to do. And that's what. So when people reach out to me and they tell me now I've made my first, and the first question I ask them, do you remember what you said to me last 3 months? I don't know how to sell. What are you saying today? They will laugh. That's what gives me joy. So tagging somebody that doesn't believe anything, they make their first sale online. Whatever you do after that is all up to you. But I can absolutely have the confidence that I can train you to do that. Understanding seasons of life. This is the one that most people struggle. As a mentor, you got to understand people are going to have waves in their lives. It's ability to help you navigate those waters. There'll be family challenges. I talk to people that have family challenges when they're starting businesses online, and people that have financial challenges. We work together as a team to navigate the waters. I teach people, one of my goals now is to help couples live a better life. If you're struggling with your marriage, you think there is no way back. Hey, come to me, I'll coach you for 1 year, but you got to do exactly what I'll tell you to do. I guarantee you your husband or your wife will come back like magnets. But Don't let my wife tell you. She doesn't know. It's the mind we are working with. All right. It's the mind it's the human mind. I can absolutely, with 100 confidence, 1 year program, I'll be mentoring you every day. You will do exactly what I tell you to do. Try it. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to charge. I don't charge anything for it. I don't charge anything for it. It's mindset. It takes about 13 months to change the mind. How do I know that? How long did your father or your mother call you your name before you started turning and answering? Repetition. You got to put it into the mind over and over and over again, consistently. Action every day. Now, boom, you're breathing, you're smelling success. Who doesn't want to hang around you? If they don't want this, somebody else will come into the position. It's like magnets. You bring them back. Probably you don't have you haven't told her I'm gonna build $100,000 a year business. Then you spring into action every day. She sees you working on it. You don't have time for gossip. She knows that. How many men or women do you think behave that way? That's the most problem that we have in marriage. When she sets a goal and you say, this is what I'm working, and your wife is seeing you or your husband is seeing you doing something every day, look around in the whole world, 98% of the men and women are not doing it. You are a different human being. Your energy is different. No time for nonsense, no excuse, no. Guys, we're in amazing times. Amazing times. Right, so let's wrap this baby up. What things that you shouldn't do. Don't be selfish with your time and money. Always learn to give. I shot a video talking about time and money. Is one thing that is the first thing that you come to get in online business. But that's the very first thing they take away from you. You're gonna work like madness in the beginning, and you're gonna put in a lot of money. You're gonna put some money up front to get started. So that's the first thing that gets taken away from it. How funny, how crafty life is. It's just the way it is. You can't do much about it. So the other one is don't try to do it by yourself. If you're trying to change your life and you're trying to do it all by yourself, you're like I don't know, lone wolf. It's not like you can't get there, but it will be a harder journey. It will be tough. There's abundance in this universe. Spend the money, invest the time. You will reap the rewards. You wouldn't make a lot of mistakes. Don't go alone. There's this quote that I normally talk about. If you go alone, you go faster. That's gonna break your marriage. Yeah. If you go alone, you go faster. It will break your marriage. It will break the relationships you have with most people that you care about. But if you grow together, if you go together, you go further. It's a quote. If you haven't experienced these things, when somebody said, what does that really mean? No, I said, remember the sheep, the one my father used to tell me. Which one would you like to, which of those sheep would you like to be? The one that will allow things to happen to them for 20 times before they learn, or the one that would learn from other people's mistakes? It's all optional. We all have choice. All right. So I think we are coming to the end of this. So like most people, Mentors is a coaching platform intelligently directed to focus on helping you create the life you desire. So I'm going to walk you through, where do you want to be in the next 5 years from now? Where do you want to be a year from now? Divide your goals into 12. You can put financial goals here if that's for you. I want to earn $100,000 in 5 years or on 1 month. Then break it down, $100,000 a year. So that's like 8,500 a month. So you divide the first month into 30 days, divide the first 30 days into 3 things you can do. Take action. It's that simple. Start walking the path gradually. Because as I can tell you, don't forget, Success is the progress, is the movement. It is not the goal. You gotta move. Success is the movement. With God, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Action. Only next 30 days. I have a 30-day action plan I can help you get started with if you're interested. All I do is I help you. It's not rocket science. You're gonna learn some amazing cool stuff that will. So I'm gonna dive into the Mentors platform a little bit too. As you can see me this morning, 4 hours ago, got some miles in. I did my jogging this morning to get my health ready. I ask yourself, if you're 60, will you like to be jogging in the morning? Answer is yes. Don't wait for you to get 60 before you start jogging. Start doing it today. Success is today. All right. So if you want to use the training that I use, I'm going to pop the link in the chat. But let me walk you through. This is the platform here. There's a lot here. I don't want to overwhelm you. There's a lot of training that Stuart has put together. So if I go into the trainings here, so if you haven't started a business online, you haven't sold any product online before, I'll recommend you to start with online business from scratch. If you have a very low budget, to get started, this course will walk you through website building. Everything is step by step. How to find a niche, how to build a list. And it's more like step by step case study. After you follow, it's like a blueprint. You follow, copy, and build your own. It's a 2-year program. It's not like it's a 2-year program. You can finish this within 6 weeks. If you take one module a week, I want to assume that you're working full time. Take one module a week, 6 weeks. But it's basically for organic traffic if you don't want to do paid advertising. But he will do paid advertising as well. But it's designed for you to go from 0 to, I don't want to put any numbers out there, but I think it's 6 figures in 2 years. So there's a consistent actions that you have to be taking on daily basis. To if it's blogging that you want to be doing, or it's basically designed around blogging and a particular niche. So this training is here. So all you just got to do is go through it. Then if you are like me, you want to get results a little bit faster. So you can use this one. This is the one that I use, online business from system of selling online. It's a faster way to get into a course. As you can see, it's here. This one is 7 modules. Again, they're all here. You can go, it's more of affiliate marketing. Let me go into your website setup. Everything is step by step. Let's teach you how to install website, build basic setup, all SEO, Gmail, you create a business email. Everything is included. As you can see, this one is 3 minutes video, 5 minutes, 10 minutes video. It's just like click here, click here, click here. The goal, the strategy behind this program platform is at the end of this whole module, you have a successful website selling products online, automated 24/7. How many can you build? Multiple income streams. Again, I can tell you, it's not about, if you set the goal and decide this is the path that you want to go down, I can tell you it's far much more rewarding. If you can set up one, launch a product, if that product becomes niche, you can set up another one to pay off your mortgage. You can set up another one to buy a new car, buy a new house. You don't need a job to do that. You can create multiple income streams online. That's the idea of this online business, if you understand it. And that's the power behind it. So those of you that are asking how to get started, I'm going to pop a link in the chat. I think I'm getting some. On YouTube, I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna share what's in my screen now so that you guys can see as well. So if you come here, that link will take you to this page. Congratulations, we're excited. This is a video of me and Stuart. We'll talk you through exactly how to get started, what it really takes. I talk about 3 things I believe that you need: desire, learning a new skill, and having faith in God. I'm a firm believer that God is using this time and pandemic period to really help people focus on what is more important to them in their families, build businesses around their life, sell more products rather than selling their time for money. There's a button here. You click on it to get started. You can read the whole page if you want, but if you click on it, get started, it will take you to this form here. Just fill out your name, phone number, and that will give you, again, follow this training step by step. That will take you to, the price is $99 to get started with a 30-day money back guarantee. After that, if you continue to use the training platform to build and scale and grow your businesses, it doesn't matter how many businesses, it's $97 a month. So again, I always tell people success is the progressive realization of the worthy ideal. So success is get yourself in the door of wealth, work the first 30 days before you start thinking of paying the next one. Work this one and experience it. Experience the growth in 30 days. If it's worth it, you make an informed decision to continue. If it's not worth it, you cancel. There's no contracts, there's nothing. I think that's it. I'm going to look at the questions I'm getting and see how we can. So if you want to register, you can go ahead and register now. It's all there for you. And I'm just going to breeze through some questions that I am getting. So the first one is from Ugochukwu. Hi, one name means brother. Please, I'm asking for one-on-one phone call if it's possible, because I have time problems working on night shift. I really need to fast track my startup with this business. Thanks. I live in Leicester. I'm from Owerri. I'm from Owerri too, one naked. Yeah, so if you are one-on-one calls, it's something that I normally do for people who are in the training themselves, because I don't want to waste my time with people who just want more information. And there's no more information for you. It's only fear. So I believe that if you only need to ask yourself one question: 1 year from now, would you like to be selling products online? Do you like the idea, so that you can have time with your family, so that you can stop that night shift that is killing you? Would you like to do something? It's going to be a lot. It's not going to be a get rich quick scheme. Can you dedicate 1 year to transforming your life? If the answer is yes, submit your application. You don't need my phone call. I don't need to convince you to change your life. The people that you are better than are succeeding online. Why can't you? There's nothing special about me. I always tell you, there's nothing. I'm just a normal guy like you. I just happen to take action. That's the only thing. Like I told you, I launched that product in Amazon. Again, you might be wondering how much it's not about how much and you need to get through the door first and start seeing things for yourself. Start surrounding yourself with people who are thinking like you. You can't be thinking of changing your life and you're going back to your job and you expect the idea to come from that place. Everybody there in your workplace is only going to give you ideas that if you lose your job, apply for another job, or there's another company doing better than our own company. You're still in the same circle. You want to get out. That's the way I look. You want to get out of the whole workforce scenario and be your own boss. Right, as it stands now, I can pick up my bag and jump on the plane, but there's lockdown and travel. I don't need to speak to anybody. But you can see some people, they are 40, they are 50. Before they can take a week break, they go and take permission from a man that is their boss. And they say you are a man or you're a woman. For me, that was a problem. I am not in control of my life. I need change. There are some people that live their life whereby nobody tells them what to. I want to be in control. I don't have to earn $1 million to do that. I just need to make strategic changes to the way I earn money, and I'm free. There's nothing like freedom. I can decide to take my children to school at any time. Before, I couldn't do it. It was impossible. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It's not about calling me on the phone. I appreciate if I speak to you. I understand. I give you that comfort and all that stuff. Yeah, but I want people that go very far make that bold decision without hearing from anybody. When I signed up, like Napoleon Hill said, I want this. That's the only thing that you need to say to yourself. Do I really want this? If the answer is yes, take the action. If you have spent $100 or $200 on something, you lost $200 somewhere in the past, you are still alive. This one will not kill you if you lose it. Why are we so afraid of change? Oh God, I tell you, it's the mind. The mind is you're gonna learn how the mind works as you start walking down this path, and it's gonna transform not just your life, the one of your children. Amazon to your wallet. I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you, Collins. Thank you, Christiana Collins. Thank you. Francis Kabiau. Sorry for the late response. I have been very busy lately. Like I said, everybody, you're gonna be busy. If you will love to chat with you again one of these days and tell you my story, and I hope to gain. That's why I tell people there's a lot of people I'm working with. The stories are keep changing over and over. The stories keep changing over and over. So it's something that no matter the story you have, God has a better purpose for your life. So you just have to understand that and trust. There's a feeling that you're having that's telling you to do this thing. Don't wait for me to convince you. Have confidence in yourself and follow that feeling. Because remember, it's the mind. It would be telling you, it has put this training in front of you, waiting for you to take the next action. You take that action, it will bring up the next product that you will sell. Your mind will tell you, try this product. You trust. That is only doing one thing, trusting yourself. Because that's what it comes down to. Have that confidence in yourself to follow your own thoughts, which is something you've probably never done in your entire life. It's time to do it now. Because all these years, is mommy and daddy has been making decisions for us. Even till we get married, they tell us exactly what to do. You first told mommy, see the girl I want to marry. You couldn't make the decision yourself. Mommy, is she good? You're looking for other people's opinion before you make it. This is entrepreneur. The confidence is within. I learned this, and I hope you guys find this interesting. I hope you found some value out of it. So I didn't go through, because of time, I can't go through the 4 phases of change. We might do that next time. But we're going into, remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. January 2021 has gone. February 2021 has gone. March 2021 is going. It's gone. First quarter is gone. What have you done? Do you still remember your New Year's resolution? Or have you put it on the shelf? That's how most people, if you don't know the stand success formula, it's every day. Small things. That's what I teach. I'm not gonna start module 1 today. I can see some people are signing up. Congratulations. I will invite you to the private Facebook group. I think I see some people sign up. I'll invite you to the private Facebook group. You get an email from me where you meet every Saturday, and we can go through more details of how to build this whole stuff out. It's not. I can tell you, it's if you had started in January, by now you should be making sales. But that fear has held you back. Are you going to allow it to hold you for the second quarter? It's always down to your decision. Remember the thoughts, positive and negative. If you're saying I can't, or if you're saying I can, whichever one you say, you are correct. Have a good night.